Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Monday, April 25th. Now we have a couple of meetings to tell you about today. At 9:30 this morning is the third Architectural Control and Standards meeting, and that'll be at the boardroom. Then at 1:30 this afternoon we have the GRF Security and Community Access meeting, and that will also be in the boardroom. All right, on our show today we have Pacific Financial Planners with Jerry Slusowicz, and then Debbie and Paul from the Village String Band, and they've got an event coming up that they wanted to share with us. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. We have had some very warm weather, and we're going to continue with that today. Our temperatures are going to be about 86 today with an overnight of 58. Tomorrow we cool down 82-54, Wednesday 80-55, Thursday 76-55, and then on Friday 77-55. So a beautiful week. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:10, and our sunset will be at 7:32. And thank you to Mike Bray for submitting this gorgeous photo. He is part of the camera club, and he was able to capture this amazing shot. And if you have a photo that you would like to share with our community, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we come back, we will have Jerry with Pacific Financial Planners. Stick around.
Pacific Cremation Services offers you the ultimate freedom to become one with the salty breezes and brilliant sunset reflections. A scattering at sea is a unique, beautiful way to honor the life of anyone who chooses to be cremated. We help you plan the details and understand what to expect. Choose from our 3 simple plans and let us help you start the process of healing and life celebration. Contact us at pacificcremationservices.com to create a personalized service at sea today.
Silver
and gold. Consider it sold.
The Jewelry Box Estate buyers will buy your jewelry, fine timepieces, flatware, and more. With metals at an all-time high, now is the time to sell. If you need to sell, refurbish, or appraise jewelry and watches, the experts at the Jewelry Box Estate buyers are here to help. Come and visit us at our new location.
At the Jewelry Box, it's about trust.
I'm Jerry Slusowicz, founder of Pacific Financial Planners. Did you know that one simple mistake can derail your retirement plan? By not making the shift to income-based investing, you could be setting up your retirement plan to fail. If you're at or near retirement age, time is not on your side. One major stock market correction could wipe out your life savings. Visit safeincometoday.com to make the switch. Create retirement income you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, we have Jerry here with Pacific Financial Planners. Well, welcome back. How are you?
Doing great, Lisa. Thanks for having me again.
It's been a while, and we're happy you can come on. And you guys are pretty consistent with your financial forums that you have, which I think is a great tool for everyone to learn so much when everything is just so crazy out there.
It is. We think the format's really good. It's we meet the last Tuesday of the month, okay. Clubhouse 5, Room 1. Mm-hmm. And with that group, we have a lot of experienced investors with a lot of history, right? That that can share with each other. That's the forum part of it all.
Okay.
It's everyone kind of groups in. Yeah, there's a topic, and I bring up different topics and talk about them or moderate them, really, if you will.
Right.
But it's a shared group where people can talk about their experiences and maybe even experiences with that topic. So you have younger, newer people, and you have older, more experienced people, and everyone shares. It's a great venue.
So you're referring to the people that are attending. So you would say, okay, hey, George, you have had this experience, and then he shares it with the group?
Yeah, well, who's had some experience with this?
Okay.
For example, we talk about coming up, we talk about insurance or annuities. Well, those things are very polarizing. I mean, people either love them or they hate them.
Right.
And it's the same with the financial advisors. You get these financial advisors, if they sell them, they love them, and then you got other advisors that don't sell them, so they hate them.
Right.
But there's kind of a blend in between there. Mm-hmm. But in the forum, people can say, well, here's been my experience, and here's what I liked or didn't like about it.
Okay.
And then they could talk about it. And then I could kind of really even help as an expert, 35 years of, being insurance licensed as well as a fiduciary.
Okay.
I don't have an axe to grind. I mean, I can sell them, I don't have to sell them, but I can explain why or why not something is good.
See, I like that because, sometimes hearing it from the professional is, of course, always great. But when you have a peer who says, oh, I wouldn't do that, this is what happened to me, or this was awesome, which I think is really nice because it seems like I've been doing that lately as I've been talking to peers going, gosh, should I invest in this or should I invest in that, because I don't have a professional that's helping. So you're kind of winging it and you never really know. So that's kind of nice. And then to have you there is even better where you can back that up.
Right. Again, that's the whole point of the financial forum. It is a group speak thing. I do a fair amount of talking, probably a little too much.
But you hate talking.
But the point is that sometimes some of the points that people make, and it could be valid. Like, for example, sticking with just subject of annuities, back in the day, 20 plus years ago, when someone retired, they gave them an annuity, and now people have the choice. Well, do you want your spouse a spousal continuation in case you pass? But there were other people that had, let's say, $1 million retirement, and they put it all on their own life, and they were supposed to get, whatever it was, $1,000 a month for life, and they died 3 months later, and the spouse was left with nothing.
Oh, gosh.
So that person's going to say, I hate annuities, and they rightfully should, but that was 20 years ago annuities.
Right.
Nowadays, you can, before signing on the dotted line, you can actually get a continuation where there's beneficiaries, et cetera, where that money doesn't work. So there's some falsehoods out there. There are false beliefs that cause people to dislike things, and sometimes they just heard something.
Yeah.
But we can filter it out within a group think setting, and that helps.
I like that. That's awesome. Now, obviously, you were touching on annuities, and there are so many other things that are going on that is quite volatile happening in our stock market, and we have inflation, and we have prices that are through the roof on so many of our commodities and things that we use every day. And I would imagine that the discussion, every time you have a forum, going forward now for the rest of the year will probably be, what do we do?
Well, Lisa, yes, we always do a market update, and which is what's going on today. And that is a real issue, because going back to the last financial crisis, 2007, 8, 9, the housing crisis, financial crisis, interest rates dropped to below zero. I mean, people that used to live on their CD interest rates couldn't do it anymore. And you had the Federal Reserve chairman saying, well, put your money in the stock market, put your money in utility companies, et cetera. And that did work for the last, 10, 12, 13 years. But what about today with interest rates rising? So there's insured investments, things that have security, and then there's uninsured or risk investments. And the seniors were forced to go pretty much with a large amount of their money out of the insured or safe type things, where now they could start coming back to that. There are things that are paying over 3% for 2-3 years without any risk. And so people have too much risk, I find, and it depends on each individual, especially here in the community, because I look at these portfolios every day. So, but there are sectors that are winning too. Like you said, if you are participating in the higher oil and gas, if you're participating in the rising steel costs and the rising commodity costs, by owning those companies or funds or ETFs, you can do well. So it is a matter of, if you buy and hold and just hope, that's not a really good strategy. And a lot of people still hold that. We do try to not shake that belief, but get people to understand that things change. And as they change, like right now, this war in Ukraine, et cetera, you've got to change with it a little bit.
Well, right, and I'm hoping you can help guide folks to that, because honestly, I'm evaluating. I'm not retired, but I could be in the next 5 years. It's like, well, what do I do now? Because you really have to look at your nest egg going, oh my gosh, what's going to happen to it? And like you said, you're trying to find something that pays more than your 0.0 whatever ridiculous percentages that the banks are doing.
Right. When you're 5-10 years from retirement, and certainly when you're into retirement, it is so important to try to get an interest income for dividends, whether it's interest rates or wherever you get that money from. I call it income. There's a whole world of income out there.
Right.
And our clients, you can get 5, 6, 7% from some of these investments that have risk, and more like the 3% in the safe investments,
Right.
still better than the bank.
Yeah.
But you've got to have this mind shift from growth, because you don't have the time, Lisa,
Yeah.
to wait. If you have a 10-year down cycle, which can happen after a 13-year up cycle,
Yeah.
especially if you start drawing that income off of your portfolio.
Right.
People say, well, it always comes back. It comes back if you're not touching it. So if you're 30, 40, and even 50 years old, great. But once you're in your later 50s, 60s, and older, at that point, if you're drawing to replace your paycheck, you've got to make sure that you have return of capital more than
Exactly.
return on capital, which is your growth.
Exactly. Now, I know we didn't get to talk about one item, but we'll have you back again and have you talk about was long-term care insurance. And I think that's really important to discuss because it can be very costly for some people, but maybe not for others. So let's have you come back and talk about that. And then I also want to have you back. I want to talk about dividends.
Right, and that's, the dividend income.
Because I think that's something everyone should take a look at.
It is.
Okay.
And the long-term care, it's just one point, just have a plan.
Yeah.
Whether you buy insurance or you plan it out, you pay for it yourself, got to have a plan. We'll talk about that next time. Thank you
Excellent.
for having me.
You're
Lisa.
welcome.
I really
And then real
appreciate
quick, but if somebody wants to know more about any of the forums that you're having, they should go to safeincometoday.com, or of course they can call the number on our screen, 949-219-0692. Perfect, thank you. I feel like we should call this segment, more of your money with Jerry.
Yeah, have more money.
Have more money. All right, perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and of course, if you want more information or to have more money with Jerry, you can go to safeincometoday.com or call the number on your screen. We'll be right back.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Welcome back, where we have Debbie Smith-Shank and Paul Lambert here on behalf of the Village String Band. Well, welcome both of you. How are you?
Great,
Sure.
thanks.
Thank you.
Well, good. Well, we're so glad you guys could make it in today. And of course, you have an event that's coming up. But before we get into those details, tell me a little bit about yourself. So, Paul, how long have you been with the band?
I have been with the band, I guess, about 7 years. I joined about 20 minutes after I moved here. So I'm really thrilled about the band.
Okay.
It gives a chance for self-expression, for just playing music with a lot of nice people. I play the bass ukulele and the 6-string acoustic guitar.
I want to be a cowboy sweetheart. I want to learn to rope and to ride.
Excellent. And how about you, Debbie?
I moved here about 4 years ago, and like Paul, it was my first club that I sat in, and I actually remember sitting next to you,
Oh, dear.
and they were having so much fun. I thought, okay, this is where I found my people, and I have loved it ever since. I play guitar and baritone ukulele, but mostly just the guitar in this group.
Now, is it fairly normal to have a lot of people playing the ukulele here?
We actually, this started out as a ukulele and guitar club, and eventually evolved into what we have now.
Okay.
Instruments include the banjolele, which is a banjo on a ukulele neck, bass, drums, accordion,
Okay.
acoustic guitars, electric guitars.
Mandolin.
Mandolin,
Mandolin,
yes.
yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of everything. And how many
Fiddles.
members now?
You know, it varies because of COVID. COVID was
Sure.
like crazy.
Yeah.
We all know that. But I think it's about 25 to 30.
Okay.
But it depends, you know, whether we're having it indoors or on Zoom or
Okay.
have to wear a mask because singing is like
Right.
difficult with COVID. So people are
Exactly.
still a little bit gun shy.
Wow, okay. All right. Now, you've had performances in the past, and how many people usually performed?
Over 20, 22,
Okay.
24, and we usually have about 25 songs.
Oh, wow.
In the past, we've always started at 7, but because of the performing arts clubhouse, we're going to be doing it at 12:30 noon on Tuesday, May 3rd.
Okay.
And we're inviting people to bring lunch, something to drink,
Okay.
have a good time. The music will be country western, popular, a little bit of rock, oldies, good fun music.
Right, right. And then you also meant, okay, so this one is country western theme. Have you always done country western themes or other things?
It's like less country western than it has been.
Okay.
Used to be more cowboy country western, but during COVID, a lot of us tried new things and, you know, changed gear a little bit to do some more folk and contemporary country music.
Okay.
So now we are not confined to music written before 1960.
Well, that's good. So what kind of, name a couple of the songs that are maybe pretty popular today.
Well, tell her what you're singing.
Okay, well, I'm singing Amarillo by Morning,
Okay.
and a song called Put Another Log on the Fire.
All right.
Which is the narration of a husband who can't figure out why his wife wants to leave him after he tells her all the things she's got to do, like wash the car and sew his old blue jeans.
Yes, there's always a great story in most of this music. And and how about you? Are you singing also?
I'm playing in band.
Okay.
You know, that's where I feel most comfortable. And but we've got just a whole variety of music, and with a lot of lead singers. So and a lot of trios and duets and harmony.
Oh, that's
it's
great.
going to be wonderful. So yeah, I sit in the back, play my guitar, and I'll sing, you know, in the back, but I don't have to be a soloist.
Now, this is your first performance in quite some time.
Yeah.
Yes, I think the last was 2020.
Wow, okay. All right, good.
Okay.
Well, we missed the COVID.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, most of us were closed.
We're very pleased. The class, in addition to being a club, is an emeritus class.
Okay.
And
With Saddleback.
with
Right.
Saddleback College, and they pay for our rehearsal room, and have given us Alan Levine as our
Director.
as our musical director,
Yeah.
and he can be seen bottom row, third from the left.
Okay.
In the sunglasses, he
Got it.
plays the bass
Oh, okay.
and does a great job.
That is wonderful. Well, let's talk a little bit about the event. It is going to be on May 3rd, as you mentioned, but it's 12:30 in the afternoon this time around, because I know the availability of the clubhouses has been kind of crazy right now. So I'm glad that you were able to get a spot.
Yep.
Clubhouse 5. Now, the tickets are at the door. You don't have to buy them ahead of time?
Don't have to buy them ahead of time.
Okay.
You can buy them ahead of time, but you don't have to.
Okay.
So $10, bring your own lunch and drinks, any kind of drinks. We're going to have tables, have it set
Oh,
up
nice.
differently,
Okay.
so
Oh.
that people can actually enjoy the afternoon and maybe just take a little time out of their day and hear some music and sing along.
Or it's going to be some space for some line dancing.
Oh,
'cause
sure.
You know that's going to happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There's a huge line dancing club here.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is.
So I'm
And-
sure they'll be getting
yeah.
up doing some fun. All right, so $10 at the door. Now, what if they have questions or anything they want to know about the concert? How should they go about doing that? Contact Debbie?
Contact Debbie, and she'll pass it on to me. She's had, a personal tragedy, and so I'm going to be like standing in for her.
All right.
And
But strangely enough, your name is Debbie too.
that's right, and it works out.
Okay, good.
And it's the number on the poster.
Yeah.
All right.
And individual members of the group are selling tickets or buying them
okay.
for their friends.
All right.
We in 2020 we had over 300 people attend. Yeah.
And you are sticking to that capacity, right? You haven't shortened the capacity?
No,
Okay.
we're playing a
Okay.
full concert.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I love it. Well, this looks like a lot of fun. Congratulations on being back together again and doing your performance for the year.
It's
Thank you.
been so wonderful to be able to play live together
It's
again.
nice. I'm sure it's a different
Yeah.
vibe altogether for sure.
And we'll have 2 tickets at the door for you.
Oh, well, fantastic. I will.
Or more if you want them.
Well, all right then. Maybe we'll mosey on over, Like you said, we need a little break.
Yeah.
So at 12:30. All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much for letting us talk about what we love.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And if you want more information, of course, you can always contact Debbie at the number that's on your screen, 949-610-9842. We'll be right back.
Number one reported accident for a senior is a fall.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. If you've taken a bad fall or your balance isn't what it used to be, it's time to try 60 Up. It's safe, it's effective balance training that can get you back on your feet in as little as 3 weeks, like it did me.
If you have balance, strength, or mobility issues, you need 60 Up.
Within a couple weeks, my balance has improved.
If you're feeling scared, you need 60 Up.
It works.
Go to 60up.com. That's the number 60up.com.
It changed my life, and it can change yours too.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. Remember me? I'm the king of whoopee. And you're watching Village Television. But everybody does.
Our movie for today is called The Family That Prays, and it's not the P-R-A-Y kind. You can catch this movie today at 2 p.m. and 6 p.m., both with closed captioning, and that is brought to you by Hogue. All right, let's go ahead and just do a couple of announcements. Tomorrow, there are going to be auditions. The Theater Guild has some fun auditions, so if you can sing, dance, do something funny, because it is a night of comedy, and it's going to be from 4 to 6, and the performances will be June 16th, but the auditions are being held from 4 to 6 at the Lutheran Church of the Cross. And if you want to participate, you need to get in touch with Madeline Enright, madelynTBD@gmail.com. So that sounds like a lot of fun. Now, there is also, I wanted to remind you about our raffle that we're having, and the winner will be announced in May. We are giving away a free balance board training system by the makers of 60, by the people called 60 Up, and that is Dan Metcalf and Bob Eubanks in that picture. Bob Eubanks swears by this. He said it helped him, and he was having some significant issues with walking. If you want to be in our raffle, you need to email your name, phone number, and address to village.television@vmsinc.org. As I mentioned, we will be having the raffle in May. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. We are looking at nice weather for the week. We are coming off of some warm temperatures, but we will be calming down after today. 86.58 tomorrow, 82.54 Wednesday, 80.55 Thursday, 76.55, and then Friday, 77.55. Have a great day in the village. I will be out for the next couple of days, but Paul Ortiz will be hosting for me, and he's got some great stuff for you for the next couple of days. I will see you again on Thursday, but don't forget to tune in right here on Village Television at 9 a.m. for This Day. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
I would like my patient to have a very positive experience, one that they feel comfortable, they feel it's a safe environment. For me, I feel a personal relationship is the most important, more than the actual dentistry itself. I can earn their trust and they can feel comfortable, and it allows me to do my job the best. And that means a lot to me.
Welcome to OCI Care with Dr. Vyas, Laguna Woods' most trusted premium laser eye surgery and comprehensive ophthalmology center. Located in the heart of the Laguna Woods community, OCI Care specializes in laser cataract surgery, glasses-free cataract surgery, microscopic glaucoma surgery, diabetic eye checks, routine exams, and all your other eye care needs. Dr. Vyas and the OCI Care staff believe in one-on-one care and the patient-physician relationship. Come in for your appointment today for a lifetime of better vision.
There's service where it costs $150 or more just to evaluate what the light on the dash is. You get charged whether something is wrong or not. And then there's South County Lexus service. Here you'll receive a complimentary 161-point inspection regardless if you have a light on. Whether you decide to get service or not, it's on us. No gimmicks, no hassles. It's simple to schedule an appointment over the phone or online at southcountylexus.com. South County Lexus service. Experience amazing.